Oh, yes, Brian. You do tell the best of stories, and may I say that outfit looks rather dashing. Oh, the wings, the club, the helmet. Oh, you always... Oh, oh sorry, Jeff. I was just talking to my good friend Brian here about the topic of today's conversation. Yes, Brian, I'll get to that in a moment. Anyway, chaps, the topic of today's conversation is how to get into acting with little to no experience whatsoever. Got to have a little bit of tea, chaps. I am English, it does run through the old blood, you know. Anyway, chaps, the topic of today's conversation, how to get into the acting industry with little to no experience. Hi guys, hope you're doing good and all is well. You're here with me, Liam Rook, actor, voiceover and coach. And like I said, the topic of today's conversation is how can you get your teeth into the acting industry with little to no experience whatsoever. So I'm just going to run through a few points that you can try, but you've got to really be proactive. You can't just walk onto a film set and go, "I'm here. Me and Brian are here to take over the show. I'll be in my trailer, darlings." No, guys, you can't just walk straight onto a film set and expect the lead part straight away. So you've got to build yourself up and climb the creative ladder. And sometimes you will get knocked down a couple of steps, but you've got to get right back on and keep clambering your way up. Sometimes it can seem like you are trying to climb Mount Everest in high heel shoes, but guys, it is worth it for your creative soul and passion and dream. So let's get into the points without further ado, because I do tend to, but stop it. So the first port of call, guys, could be, and these are all suggestions, you don't have to do it, but it is a suggestion. It could be to contact local theatres in your area and ask them if they have any productions that are coming up where you can audition for certain parts, and also ask them if they have an amateur dramatics society attached to the theatre where you can go train with other actors, gain skills and techniques, and ask if they do any short courses in acting, or if they can recommend any short courses in acting. Anything that will get you out there, being proactive, gaining skills and gaining knowledge that you need. Also, I'm not just saying this, guys, because I teach acting and I want you to come to my class with me and Brian. Me and Brian just sit there and direct people, don't we, Brian? Yes, Gordon's alive. Anyway, you can go out there, get into a class with other actors, and the reason it's so good is because you can network and pick their brains, and they can pick your brains also. So you're kind of leveling up your skills. If you're a computer player, you know, for your character you've got to start right at the bottom and then level your way all the way up till you've got a fantastic skill set and keep going, keep pushing forward. So contact these places, guys, and have a look. So next I'm going to mention student films. Now, students are a fantastic source of creativity, and they are learning their craft just as you want to. So they will be learning to direct, they will be learning to use sound equipment, camera equipment, learning different terminology, and they do need actors to act in their films. So it's a good idea to gain experience through student films and to collaborate with them to produce the best possible work. And this can all go into your show reel, which is a completely different other video, but you can look at my show reel, which is somewhere down on my videos. So next, guys, going back a little bit of a step back towards the theatre, you can volunteer at the theatre. So you can learn about the behind the scenes what different roles there are, like stage managers, assistant stage managers, sound technicians, rigging experts, directors, the writers, the other actors. You know, you can learn a whole host of skills that go on behind the scenes before you get onto the centre stage. There's a fly in my ear. Nice. Anyway, guys, carrying on, what is another step for you? Oh, yes. You can see if there are pantomimes, which are quite theatrical, and see if there are auditions for pantomimes as well. So again, ask your local theatre guys. And you can also look online at casting sites, so you can find out whether there are open casting calls, and go get the experience, do an audition, and don't take it to heart, guys, if you don't get the part straight away. Now, you can have a look on my wall, or should I say down my videos, and look for a video that says I'm proper Yorkshire, that says rejection, and using rejection as feedback instead of something negative, which is only a suggestion. Again, all these topics, all these pieces of advice are just suggestions. I just want to be able to help you progress in your chosen career. So let me think, what else would I like to talk about? Making your own work. Now, this was something I did. I took inspiration from a story called The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe and turned it into a two-man show firstly at university, and then I took it a step further and created a one-man show, which then a theatre director came to watch the university show and decided that they wanted the show to be in their calendar. So I got a slot in their calendar and performed the show, and it was received very, very well. You can see some of the rehearsed readings down my page. And basically, guys, the best thing to do when trying to get into the acting industry is to gain knowledge, work with other people, like students, work with an acting coach, because they will help develop your talents and give you options about things that you can do. You can also pick the brains of other actors and do a little bit of research, have a look online, look at videos like this one, pick up little bits and be proactive, guys, because it's all about the action. Get out there, get noticed, make your own work, put it online, get critique, keep improving. Don't take bad critique as negative. Bad critique as negative, that sounds good. Don't take critique that is perceived as negative, if you know what I mean. Take it as feedback and improve your performance. That is what I was trying to say. I just got a little bit muddled up there, didn't I? Another point, guys, is to look at actor extra agencies online, where you can be an extra in a television show or on a film set, and gather advice and knowledge from the people on set. Also look at the inner workings of how things work on set, behind the scenes with the cameras. Start to upskill on the terminology that is used, and really try to pick up little bits like, I need you to hit this mark, camera, speed, sound, action. Little bits of terminology that you can put into your repertoire, and then when you do get onto a project, you will know when certain pieces of information is being relayed to you. You will know what it means and what to do, where to hit a certain mark, when you're out of frame, when you're in frame, what does a frame mean, and you'll get to know all the different roles. It's like a live theatre performance that I participated in quite a while ago. There was a sound technician and I picked his brains quite a lot, which led to another part. as he had his own production company, and he needed actors, so I jumped on with talons. I jumped on him. He is no more. Just kidding, guys. I jumped on the opportunity. I can't speak today, and that's what you have to do. You have to pick people's brains, because this industry is all about communication. You are communicating to others that you want to be an actor, you are an actor, and they are communicating to you that they require an actor for a certain role. So if you have effective communication skills and knowledge, then you will go very, very far and you will progress. But just remember, guys, keep things simple. Look in your own area, do a little bit of research, what creative products and what creative projects are out there. So creative products, I mean local publications, newspapers, because these all have different stories about creative people, especially papers that are specifically targeted at creative people, and stories that are specifically targeted at creative people. Do research on the people, the directors, the writers, and really get into the nuts and bolts of the industry by learning these different roles: writer, producer, director, actor, gaffer, lighting technician, DOP, things like this, and you will start to progress. But it's all a learning curve, it's all a learning experience, guys, and you have to just take it as it comes. But do your research, guys, get out there, be proactive, keep pushing forward, and research these little tips that I have given you. Also, I've just remembered, take a look online. There are thousands of actors and thousands of filmmakers online. Do research, ask questions. You know, there's never a silly question. So be prepared to ask anything. You will get a certain response, and use that as feedback, use that as knowledge. So get online, do your research, go to theatre, pick people's brains, meet lots of students, go to networking events, because there are lots of different actor networking events where you can go and you can pick people's brains, and people will want actors. And you have to, let me think, that's a whole different video that's in my mind. You'll need certain things that you can give to these people, like headshots, business cards, your CV, and things like this. But that is a completely different video. What? Oh, sorry, oh chaps, we're out of time. Me and Brian are going to discuss other topics, like Gordon's alive, apparently. Anyway, oh chaps, keep pushing forward, keep drinking the tea.